How many of you had the opportunity to take a bicycle ride this spring or summer? Wow, pretty impressive. I had dreamed of just doing that ever since my bicycle was stolen a few weeks ago. So at least I want to take the opportunity to speak about my passion today. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, my attachment with bicycling goes back to age 11. My father bought my very first bicycle on loan. It might have costed some $20, some 30 years ago. He and I would go on our bikes, take a ride to our farm over the weekends. And ever since, bicycling to places together with folks is something I have come to enjoy. So let me share with you a few stories of a special form of bicycling together. And I'm talking about the tandem bicycling. I want to tell you what makes tandem bicycling an exciting journey and what we all can take away from that experience. First of all, tandem bicycling makes it an exciting, fun activity that can include the entire family regardless of their age, skills, and the location. A few years ago, we went on a family trip to Florida, Key West, and decided to circle the entire Key West island, which is about 14 miles in circumference. And it's not an easy task in scorching heat, but with a shared goal on the tandem, along with the kids, we did it. And not only that, we actually were able to laugh away and chat along the way. Moreover, tandem bicycling can be a great team building activity with your colleagues and friends. Again, a couple of years back, I was in Busan, Korea for a business workshop along with several colleagues. At the end of this workshop, we decided to explore the old historic town of Busan. And what a better way to explore it than on tandem bicycle on that evening. I was able to form an instant connection with few of our Korean colleagues whom I wasn't able to know that well beforehand. And by the way, tandem bicycling is not only a good activity for green commuting, but at times it can be the only means of commuting. And I'm talking about places like Mackinac Island, or if you have been to Beaver Island, somewhere in the middle of Lake Michigan, where outside vehicles are not permitted, and traversing these islands can be made possible with tandem bicycles. And in North America, there are, the estimates are about 25 minutes of commuting happens about twice a day. And what if at times people use a tandem bicycle for a day for a change? And I happened to actually have that opportunity among all places, Davenport, Iowa, last summer. And it works fine. I mean, you get a lot of attention and stares, but it's fine. Finally, a word of caution. Communication is absolutely key in riding a tandem. Honey, you never listen to me is not a conversation to have riding a tandem. Relationships, they say, can be made or broken on tandems. So there's a story of a tandem rider that is stopped by a police officer, and there he goes, "What have I done, officer?" The rider asks. "Well, perhaps you didn't notice it, sir, but your wife fell off the bike half a mile back. And the rider says, "Oh, thank God for that. I'm not deaf, at least." That's the extreme part. Okay, but they say, finally, on a positive note, it can be an inspiring activity for people of all ages, bridging their skills, age levels and locations, and being in a fun ritualistic mode. Tandem bicycling can also help team building with colleagues and friends. Sometimes it can be the only viable mode of commuting on islands and inlands alike. All it takes to enjoy a tandem ride is a concerted effort, and a little communication between the riders on their volition. Einstein famously said, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." Well, in today's highly interconnected environment, I would say life is like riding a tandem bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving in concert. So go on, pedal away. Mr. Toscano.